And breaking news coming in from India's Jammu and Kashmir, where a deadly terror attack has rocked the valley. 27 people have been killed and many others injured. That's when terrorists opened fire on a group of innocent tourists. The nation is seething with anger. This is the latest image from Pahalgam, from the location of the attack, where innocent civilians became target of a heinous attack.
हम आ रहे हैं, आप टेंशन कोई बात नहीं, हम हैं हम आ रहे हैं, आप टेंशन मत लो मैडम, हम आ रहे हैं। मेरी खुदाया, कहाँ पे आपका बेटा, कहाँ पे है? कोई बात नहीं, हम इनके साथ हैं, ये प्रेसिडेंट है वही साहब, ये
Terrorists opened fire at the Baisaran mountain top in Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir.
बोले ना मुझे
क्या बोलते भेलपुरी खाने से मेरा पति साइड में था, एक इंसान है, उसने उसको गोली मार दी।
यहाँ पे
उसने बोला कि शायद मुस्लिम नहीं है, उसने उसको गोली मार दी।
Union Home Minister Amit Shah has arrived in Jammu and Kashmir to conduct a high-level meeting and take stock of the situation. Shah earlier held a high-level meeting in Delhi with top official. India's NIA has taken over the investigation as of now. Shortly after the incident, Shah said, and I quote him here, "Those involved in this act of terror will not be spared, and we will come down heavily on the perpetrators with the harshest consequences." The Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Omar Abdullah, says that, needless to say, this attack is much larger than anything we have seen directed at civilians in recent years. Prime Minister Modi, who is in Saudi Arabia for a two-day visit, expressed deep anguish. He has directed the Union Home Minister Amit Shah to visit the site and oversee the situation. In a statement, Prime Minister Modi said, and I quote him here, "I strongly condemn the terror attack in Pahalgam. Those behind this heinous act will be brought to justice. They will not be spared." Well, the attack took place at around 2:30 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon when a group of terrorists opened fire on tourists in Pahalgam's Baisaran meadow. Now, Pahalgam lies about 90 kilometers by road from the key city of Srinagar. Security forces cordoned off the area and additional security forces have been rushed to the area. Now, the Resistance Front, a local offshoot of the Pakistan-based terror group Lashkar-e-Toiba, has claimed responsibility for this attack. Jammu and Kashmir's Social Welfare Minister shared an update with WION on those injured in this attack. Take a listen.
जो है वो GMC अनंतनाग में है, उनमें 3 स्टेबल हैं, एक जो है थोड़ा सीरियस है, एक को सोवरा शिफ्ट किया गया है, बाकी माइनर इंजरीज जिनकी थी उनको डिस्चार्ज किया गया है। और ये हादसा जो हुआ है इसको जितना कंडेम किया जाए, ये बदकिस्मती की बात है, दुख की बात है, ये हादसे नहीं होने चाहिए। शुक्रिया।
An eyewitness said that unidentified gunmen opened fire on the tourists from close range. According to security forces, they were foreign terrorists involved in the attack. The visibly distraught and injured tourists were brought to a nearby hospital for treatment. Women and elderly were among the group of tourists attacked in Pahalgam.
वो हमें ना बैठा था ने तो एक पहला फायरिंग आया, दूसरा आया, तीसरा आया, सब भाग गया પછી फायरिंग बहुत हो गया, एक दरा दबा दबी हम भागने दिए ये अड़ी गया।
ऐसे लग रहा था कि बस अभी 1 मिनट के अंदर अगर नहीं पहुंचते तो हम भी अभी यहाँ पे नहीं होते थे। गेट के बिल्कुल लोग दौड़ रहे थे पीछे से, तो हम उनको देख के सीधा कूद गए और वहाँ पे जहाँ पे पानी या घोड़े चलते हैं ना, इतनी गैप भी थी, वहाँ पे हम कूद गए अपनी जान बचाने के लिए।
This latest attack also comes ahead of the Amarnath Yatra. The Yatra, a major Hindu pilgrimage, is scheduled to begin on July 3rd. The registration for the Yatra has begun, and Kashmir has also been witnessing thriving tourism and normalcy. According to official figures, around 3.5 million tourists visited Kashmir in 2024. That's the figure just last year. Locals in the valley have come out on the streets holding candles in their hand, marching down the roads of Baramulla and other cities of Jammu and Kashmir. And well, for more on this, our special correspondent Idris Loan is joining us from Jammu and Kashmir, joining us rather from Pahalgam and Jammu and Kashmir. And we're also being joined by our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibal. Thank you for joining us on Gravitas, gentlemen. First, coming to you, Idris. It's an unfortunate and rather rare incident, clearly with helpless tourists being attacked. According to WION sources, 27 tourists have been killed. And Idris, this attack also comes during the ongoing tourism season in J&K. What's the latest that you can tell us at this point of time?
Well, Raisha, we just got to know from our sources that there are 2 foreign tourists among these 27 people who've been killed at the Baisaran area of the Pahalgam. Their identity has not been revealed as of now, as the official account has not been made by either the Jammu and Kashmir government or the central government. But from our sources, we've got to know that there are 2 foreign tourists who were present at the Baisaran and who also got killed during the firing. On the other hand, now what we are seeing on the ground is more deployment being brought in. Every minute we are seeing vehicles passing in of security forces, whether it's Jammu Kashmir Police, Indian Army or paramilitary forces. There's a barricade that has been put in place here at the entry point of Pahalgam, where the media has been asked to basically stop. And beyond this point, nobody is being allowed to go. Especially the tourists are not allowed to go beyond this point anymore. On the other hand, what we are hearing that what we also heard from the health minister of Jammu and Kashmir, she said 13 people were brought down. Basically, they were injured. Out of them, 1 has succumbed to his injuries, while as 4 of them are critical. The rest are being treated in the Anantnag district hospital. That means she was only talking about the people who were injured in the attack, who were brought in by the ambulances. The dead bodies that were lying at top of the Baisaran mountain, which is a meadow on top of the mountain, just around few kilometers from where we are standing right now. And that is the place where they're saying that the dead bodies were kept. So far, 27 people have been killed in this attack, and there's no official confirmation as of now, but we've seen pictures, visuals of the dead bodies in the Baisaran area. And now also it means that there were 40 people in total, 27 people who've died, plus 13 people who were injured, who were taken to the different hospitals across Pahalgam area. So overall, 40 people were basically targeted by the militants in the Baisaran area. We're also getting to know that it's a foreign militant group, and they consist of around 5 to 6 of them who had come down to Baisaran, which is basically a meadow where all the people go to enjoy. There's a ropeway there. There are other adventure spots that have been placed there. And that is why a lot of tourists go to that place. And they were enjoying when the group of militants basically came from the forest area and started shooting at them very brutally. Never have we seen an incident like that taking place in the Kashmir Valley. This is the first time ever we've seen an incident like this taking place in Kashmir, where tourists have been made victims. You can see the security personnel on the ground have been increased. This is a barricade point where, as you see yourself, we've seen Indian Army, Jammu and Kashmir Police, paramilitary forces being deployed at every nook and corner. On the other hand, we've also heard that the Home Minister has arrived in Srinagar. He has directly gone to the Raj Bhavan, where he'll be meeting the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir and taking stock of the security situation across the region. He'll tomorrow be visiting Pahalgam, where he'll be meeting especially with the injured people who are in 2 different hospitals. And we're also being told that the bodies of the victims have been airlifted from the Baisaran area already. Security on high alert across Jammu and Kashmir, and everyone condemning it. We are seeing candlelight visuals being done not only in Jammu but in Srinagar city as well. We're seeing people coming out in huge numbers and protesting because this is one of the biggest industries of Jammu and Kashmir. Tourism is one of the backbone of Jammu and Kashmir, and we've seen that never has any incident of this magnitude taken place where tourists were made a target in such a way.
Right, Idris, stay with us. I want to go across to my colleague Siddhant Sibal. For all those tuning in to Gravitas, at least 27 tourists have been killed, which also consists 2 foreign tourists. Siddhant, the point that Idris made there, that tourism is of course the backbone of Jammu and Kashmir, and it took years for tourism to boom in the valley, and here we are today with this heinous attack. Siddhant, the messaging is clear. After the tourist being attacked, the question being, how will the Indian government deal with this situation? How will India respond?
Well, next few hours and next few days will be watched carefully, not just here in the Indian subcontinent, but globally, to see what will be the Indian reaction. There is a pall of gloom here in Delhi and, of course, a palpable anger across the country. We have seen the reactions coming from the top leadership. And, of course, as Idris pointed out, the Home Minister has landed in Srinagar. India will be weighing every option, including, of course, how to sensitize its diplomatic partners. WION covered the 2019 terror attack, the Pulwama terror attack as well, in which one of the first Indian reaction was to brief the diplomatic community, especially here in Delhi, and of course by the Indian missions globally about the terror attacks and who is responsible and giving out the evidences. So there is always the first line of reaction, that is the diplomatic reaction, and of course naming and shaming as to who are responsible. Right now we have seen the statements coming out of a strong reaction. We have seen the Prime Minister's comments, we have seen the Home Minister's comment, the Defence Minister and the External Affairs Minister's comments as well. So far we have seen reactions coming globally as well. The Singapore High Commissioner, the Argentinian Ambassador, the Israeli Ambassador and the Foreign Minister have also condemned the terror attack. In fact, the Israeli Foreign Minister is the first Foreign Minister to condemn the terror attack and term it clearly that it is a terror attack in Pahalgam. Now, essentially, we know that India will be not only making sure that its partners know about what India plans to do, but of course, weigh the option globally as well. India, of course, has been highlighting the scourge of terrorism for decades, and India has been victim of cross-border terrorism from Pakistan. There are, of course, 26/11, the Pulwama terror attack, the other terror attacks which have happened in Jammu and Kashmir, and India has taken a strong stance, a hard option. What will be the options in front of the Indian government? So far, nobody knows. It is, of course, very initial. The terror attack has happened just few hours ago, but it is clear that there will be a major reaction.